Welcome to our podcast. What she said.
Hey, this is Audrey, and this is Courtney, and we are the Girls of 95.
Yeah. 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 Girls of 95. Yeah. 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 Girls of 95. Oh, yeah. Welcome to Illyria.
Welcome.
Yep, welcome back. If you saw the last episode, you will see that I just ate 10 wangs. That's not even my record.
I literally think I have an Instagram post of you that you ate like 16.
Yeah, or more. I think one time I ate 20 in a row. Boneless. Not even bone
Just
in.
a bunch of meat and crust.
And crusties. Yeah, anyway, so I just finished that. So if you see us in this video and you say, hey, they have the same outfit on, you're right.
And Audrey looks like she just ate 10 hot wings.
Are you saying I'm fat?
No, saying you look like you're in distress.
Anyway, but this episode's going to be really good because we're already so lubed up and ready to go from the last one that you're really going to
I am starving because let me just tell you, here's what it's funny because I can't remember what movie this is from, but it's like, I'm sorry if I hadn't ate anything today. And then they start listing a bunch of things, but literally all I've had today, like my lunch was some grapes, pita crackers, and cheese cubes. I had a little RX bar before I came in. I had a bag of, like a personal size bag of Sun Chips. That's what I've had to eat today. And it is now 9:30.
Yeah.
And I'm the type of person that eats dinner before 5 o'clock. Mm-hmm. If I had it my way.
Yeah, so
I'm struggling.
Yeah, I just ate my dinner, and now Courtney's eating her dinner at 9:30.
I watched Audrey eat her dinner.
But we've also had we've had a half a bottle of a big bottle of wine. So that's just like one bottle of wine. We've had one bottle of wine. We have another bottle on deck. It's going to be worse, though, because it's a cab. Not as good. I'm going to cough again. It's still pretty spicy.
Very easy. I feel like I'm just going to be hitting this water.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, but sorry. If you missed last episode, this episode, what we're doing basically, we're kind of ripping off hot ones in a sense. Not really ripping off, just more so out of all literally due respect. Like, we love them so much. And we decided that we are going to also do that. We got some Buffalo Wild Wings. We got 10 wings. We got mild, medium, hot, and extra hot wings to try. And basically, we're just going to
ask each other some spicy questions. Let you guys get to know us, and maybe us get to know each other a little bit better.
Yep.
I feel like I got to know you a little bit better. Some of the questions that you answered, I didn't think you'd answer that way. Yeah.
And then these questions too. So Courtney, check out the last episode. Courtney came up with 20 questions for me. I'm
10 out of 10 on question.
Yeah, do good. Yeah, do good. Do good. And I came up with 20 questions as well, and we both haven't seen these questions. This will be the first time we're hearing them in the flesh. So let's get started.
Yay.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a bite.
Yeah, to go ahead and take a bite of the first one. This is honey barbecue from Buffalo Wild Wings. This is my go-to wing. This is my favorite one of all time. I get this every time. No ranch either. She's savage. All right, so your first question.
Okay.
It's such an easy one. Favorite fast food restaurant? And why?
Chick-fil-A.
Mm-hmm.
Easy. Followed by Taco Bell. And that's because I don't consider places like Panera and Chipotle, I know they're probably technically fast food, but there's a different level. I'm talking about like
fast food.
You go and you get something that's not healthy for you.
What's your go-to order at both places?
They both change from time to time. Chick-fil-A, when I don't care about health at all, I'll just get the spicy chicken sandwich. The one that just comes with pickles, not the deluxe. It's the number 2 with waffle fries. I dip my waffle fries in the Chick-fil-A sauce. And then I get a half cut sweet tea, so half sweet, half unsweet tea. Or lemonade sometimes. And then Taco Bell, dang, really anything on the Taco Bell menu is good. Mm-hmm. I only recently tried a Crunchwrap Supreme.
Crunchwrap is so good.
I honestly don't think I ever tried one until I was on the way to your bachelorette party last year when we drove down to Florida.
Hot take. One of my favorite things from the Taco Bell menu is just the chips and cheese. Oh my God.
They're so good. I will say they have the worst guac ever.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust
I mean,
that.
It was on something. I didn't just order guac but it's like, It's more like verde sauce or something. It's icky. But no, honestly, like a Supreme soft taco is good. I like soft tacos better than crunchy. So anything that's like got the soft tortilla is great to me. I like the dollar menu crab, like the loaded potato thing. Mm-hmm. Just the cheesy melt thing. I don't know what any of them's called without looking.
I like the chicken quesadilla off the dollar menu.
Chicken quesadilla
like,
is so flipping good.
The seasoning they put on it is outstanding. Okay.
You know what? When I want to like be a little bit spendy and I'm like, oh, I just got paid, I'm going to Taco Bell, I'll get what is the one that's got the thick?
The chicken chalupa.
The chalupa. Shredded.
Stop it.
Not the
So
chunky
good.
chicken.
Yeah, shredded.
Shredded.
Very good.
Supreme. I always go Supreme.
I can only get one though because it's kind of a lot of chicken.
No. Oh yeah, one chalupa. You get other stuff with it. Every time I go to Taco Bell, I order like 4 different things.
Yeah, it's the way to go. Anyway, okay. Next question. If you could go back in time, like what would you choose? Not like forever, just for like a day or a week or a month or something like that. Like where would you go? What would you see? What would you want to be doing?
So not specifically an era, just like it could be my own life or something too.
No, it can't be your own life. That's boring.
So you're asking. I can't go like relive a day, is what you're saying, or go
No,
see.
I'm saying like
What
like
era?
For mine, I would go back to the 70s. I think it would be really cool, really sick, you know, or the 60s in London or something. Like that'd be so cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. I feel like that's kind of where my head was going, just because I like the fashion so much. Mm-hmm. I feel like I can't think of anything specifically right now, but like going to like a concert of, I can't even think of who I'd want to go to, but I feel like that's the type of thing.
Like in the 80s or what time period?
I feel like anybody that's just kind of iconic. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Like, I don't honestly know, but that's the type of thing that I'm thinking. If I had more time to think on it.
We got right now.
I know. No, like, I'm trying to think of somebody that I really like, or just like a song that I'd love to hear for the first time or something like that. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It'd be cool to like see like Queen or something like that, where it's like, you know, they're just so iconic and they were so huge at the time. Yeah. And they're so good now, and you literally couldn't go see them now because literally Freddie Mercury died. So
I would love to see the like drugged out Beatles. Like I love young Beatles too, but drugged out Beatles is another level.
Or like,
So
you know
good.
what? Here's my final answer. My dad's favorite band that we grew up listening to, Survivor, the one that like they sing "Eye of the Tiger." I'm also like chopping my chicken while we're eating, or I'm answering these questions, but no, they were like part of my childhood because my dad's favorite band, so I like know every song. And then we saw them like whenever they were obviously not in their prime anymore, and it was just like people who were grown, like literally in their 40s and 50s, going back and like going to you know what I mean, like how it is. It's like 80s bands still tour. I would love to like go see them when they were like in their prime and just like live my parents' life a little bit. Yeah, that'd be so
young,
cool.
being your age during that time.
Yeah,
too.
I think that's why I'm so like kind of like interested in 80s, and I mean, I just am anyway, but because my parents grew up and that was a lot of the music and stuff that was influenced like them, it would be so sick to see. Yeah, it could be so cool. Yeah, that's my answer. That's one of my 15 answers.
Yay. Okay. And this kind of is funny because it's about music, this next question. Ooh. Okay, so you gunned ahead. You have one song that you can listen to for the rest of your life and nothing else. What would you choose and why?
That's so mean.
Yeah, I know. That's probably the hardest question for Courtney. She is very musically inclined.
For someone who can't play a single instrument or sing.
You like a lot of tunes, yeah, and a lot of different tunes.
It's my passion. That's so hard. I feel
one
like
song.
I know, one song only. My all-time favorite song, I don't care because everyone flipping roasts me for loving it, except my mom, because she gets me, is the song, I don't know what it's called. It's called Your Arms Around Me or something, by Jens Lankman. I don't even know how to say his name. Anyway, it's this song. It's in the movie Whip It. That's where I think that's before.
Is it the avocado one?
Yes.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's okay. You don't roast me, but everybody else is like, what? Especially every guy I've ever like listened to around. They're like, what the flip is this song? I'm like, listen, just listen to how beautiful it sounds. I understand the first lyric says how slice they went avocado, but watch the movie Whip It. It's the scene where they jump into the pool. It's so beautifully like the cinematography. It it's a masterpiece.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, no, like I was like, oh my god, that is so freaking.
I think it's just called In Your Arms.
No,
or
I
is
literally
that
think it's called Your
Chairlift?
Arms Around Me. No, In Your Arms is Chairlift. I literally think it's called Your Arms Around Me. I'm looking it up. It's on my likes. I'm gonna get this right because I want you to look it up. I want you to see.
Yeah, it's really good. I think at the time, I'm sure I did roast Courtney on this song, but now as an adult, I really like
Your
it.
Arms Around Me. Yep, that's what it's called. It's so good.
Anyway, so
But
go ahead and
also the
listen.
movie Whip It.
That's a good movie.
I know, and
Underrated.
it's just so good. Mm-hmm. That song though, and that part of the
that
movie.
scene, so good.
I wouldn't have the same appreciation for the song without that scene. So there.
Okay, so yeah, I think we talked about this in the last episode. A lot of my questions I got off the web. I wasn't very original with a lot of mine,
World Wide Web.
which is fine. But this one I thought of myself, and it was the first question I thought of, and the only one I felt like super pumped about. No, there's another one that I really like too. There's a couple, but this one I really like. Okay, so number 4, what Disney Channel character do you identify with most?
Ooh, we kind of had the same.
Yeah, it has to be specifically, it can't be Disney, it has to be Disney Channel, and it has to be a character that you identify with most. I mean, I
Hannah
think,
Montana, I guess.
yeah, or like Lizzie McGuire or something. I feel like those are
Lizzie
both.
McGuire was a huge brat.
She kind of was. Well, Hannah Montana was too.
No, Hannah
So are you
Montana
saying
was
you're a
funny.
brat?
At times, I'm sure. You're the one answering. No, you said Liz McGuire, and I said I feel like Liz McGuire is a huge brat.
And then I called
And
you
then
a
you're
brat.
like, you're a brat? I'm like, I didn't say I was Liz McGuire.
It could be movies too. It doesn't have to be TV shows. Just like
No,
anything
I feel
Disney Channel
like
original.
I do feel like maybe Hannah Montana. Obviously, nothing to do with music, but
She's goofy and stuff.
yeah, she's silly.
Yeah.
And that's a characteristic about myself that I love.
Yeah. No, that's a good
No
one.
matter the age.
Yeah, I think mine's probably just anything Hillary Duff.
Hillary Duff always just plays a character where she's just like,
Fun and goofy and a little.
I know, but she does the bratty. They always cast her and they want her to be a brat.
So now you're saying I'm a brat.
No, I'm saying her characters are a brat. I didn't say you're a brat.
Brat. Yeah, but I think that's good. I'm trying to think of other movies and stuff too that would even like. I feel like vibes were freaking the Johnny Tsunami. That's our vibe.
Oh my god, we rewatched Johnny Tsunami.
Guys, go.
I actually think maybe I vibe with Johnny. I am Johnny Tsunami.
I'm Johnny Tsunami's uncle or grandpa.
Uncle Iroh.
I'm not
Same
Uncle Ira.
vibe.
Yeah. But no, I freaking just go watch Johnny Tsunami and thank us later. It was 10 out of 10, so good. I also bullied Courtney into watching Cadet Kelly. That was always my favorite Disney Channel movie growing up, like absolute all-time favorite. And she was like, no, I hate Christy Carlson Romano. But I was like, no, you have to.
Christy Carlson Romano, if you're listening, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it was not your finest work. Anyway. Okay, moving on.
Cadet Kelly was better than I remembered.
Yeah, it was good. I thought it was so
It's
cute.
because Hillary Duff.
Yeah, it was because Hillary Duff. Okay, so this is the last of the easy questions. We have these questions split up like we were splitting our wings, easy, medium, hard, and extra hard. So, what is your favorite memory of the two of us?
Aw, I like that question.
It's hard though. We've been friends since we were 3. If you missed the first episode,
Yeah.
we've been friends basically our whole lives. So it's definitely hard to pinpoint a favorite.
I feel like you want me to pinpoint a specific memory, but I will say, like, every favorite memory I have with Audrey is always when we're, like, having a sleepover.
I was going to say the same thing. That's mine
And
too.
we chose to sleep in bed with each other, and we always just, like, it's just like we just took drugs.
It's like you would, if you were a fly on the wall, you'd be like, these homies are on drugs. We were
Like, we
definitely
literally
not.
don't, yeah, we just laugh about nothing funny. Did I just skip to a hotter one on accident? I think you put a hot one in my barbecue, because that one tasted spicy.
Oh, maybe.
I mean, it's still good, but
yeah, I think you
I
had
was like-
3 of those. I think you had 3 of those.
this one's spicy. It's good, but I was expecting barbecue. No, and think maybe because my memory, my job erases my memory where I literally can't remember anything. But most recently, I feel like the night of Haley's wedding, the night before Haley's wedding, whenever we all stayed at her apartment.
Haley, her younger
younger
sister.
sister.
Yeah.
And me and Audrey were sharing a bed, and we hadn't seen each other in a really long time. Like, probably...
A year.
No, it was probably like 6 months, though. It was a long time. probably the longest we had ever like went without seeing each other.
Besides the Dubai days.
Yeah. I mean, but since we were like grown friends and we just kept being like, we need to go to sleep because obviously like we have a wedding the next day and I'm sure my eye bags were literally popping, but we stayed up so late and we're just.
I don't know how it happens, but every single time Courtney and I have a slumber party, we're like, we always mean to go to sleep. Like everybody else goes to sleep and like and we just can't. Every single time, like we could literally be sitting on the couch, falling asleep, dead.
Most time what's funny though is most time we made it to bed. We were in bed covered up and all the lights are off. We can't even see each other.
We just can't go to sleep. Courtney's we're both very sleepy girls. You know what I mean? We'll just fall asleep. But every time we're having a slumber party and we're sharing a bed together, we will not go to sleep. We'll just keep talking, keep going. It's like some of my favorite moments. It's like just all the fun stuff. We have serious
talks, but it's also like we'll just laugh so hard. And
it's like we're stoned and we're not. It's just so crazy.
Yeah,
Anyway. Okay, so now we're on to the medium questions. So this one's fun. This is one that I found on the web. If you were to wake up as a man, what would be the first thing you would do?
Mm-hmm. Good question. What would be the first thing I would do?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to decide.
I've never wanted to be a man.
I think I would just like to see how to pee. It's because it seems so simple.
See how the parts work.
Yeah, it's like not even like a sexual thing. It's just like it's crazy. Like as a female, and if you've been in the club as a female, you just know how much you envy men, and that's the only time you really envy men. And it's like I really just want to see how it goes.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like maybe I would just want to go into like a text chain and just see. Like, I'd want to go somewhere where I could get the, like, see
inside
how
scoop.
guys talk. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Because I know that doesn't count for every single group of guys, but I just know they're just so much nastier than what they say in front of us. And I've caught glimpses and been like, because I feel like I say things and we say things in the group. I am never serious. I'm always joking. Like, I know it's something gross to say and I know it's something just...
to get a rise out of people.
Just it's like, but it's not in the same way that guys do it. I genuinely think that that's like how they think, and they think it's funny to say, but they're coming from truth. And that's where I'm like, it's actually, I just want to know. I've read secretly. I have read conversations that I wasn't supposed to be reading as a very toxic younger version of myself, and I was appalled at some of the things that were being said from people who I thought were like people who were very like opinionated about things I said and did, and they were saying things I was just like shocked. Jeez. Actually shocked. So, you know what? If you don't want your girlfriend to hear it, don't say it.
Yikes. And that's us for today for our hot take of the day. Our hot take with our hot wings.
I feel like that's just a good... I mean, don't say things that you would hate for somebody else to see or hear.
Yeah.
That's just a good rule to live by. Especially don't text them, stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, moving
on. Okay, so what are the 3 things that make you happiest in life right now?
Ooh, okay. I feel like... Okay, do I need to be specific?
You can do whatever you want.
My baby nephew Callahan, when my little sister Haley sends me a picture of him, he is like the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like my reason for living shifted a little bit whenever I saw the first picture of him and met him. He is just the most precious thing.
And he's 2 months now?
He was born November 13th.
Yeah. Okay, so a little bit more than 2 months. No, 2 months.
Today's the 21st.
So roughly.
So, yeah, a little over 2 months old.
But anyway, he's just a sweet little babe, little tiny.
He is so cute and precious. I was lucky enough to go home over Christmas break and get to spend some time with him. And he just, like, I don't know. I just feel like what's so special about babies that young is, like, every week they mature. Not mature. Like, mature is kind of a adult word to say about it. But they just get so much personality in such a short period of time. Like, their facial expressions become more, like, on purpose and things like he's so cute. Anyway, him, I think just being able to spend so much time with friends down here. Like, I feel like
we have a good group.
We have a really good group, and that's kind of something I was missing back home was just I felt like I had great family time, but I just didn't have any unrelated friends just to go to dinner or go to the mall or go do something random. Like literally my roommate and I, Emily, we walked on the beach the other day and just like
for like miles, right?
for miles. We walked for miles. We also just walked down the street too.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of street urchins. And so that I just feel like having just like a really good, just I guess you can say friend group, but it feels like a little bit more than that. There's just always, I don't know, something to do and somebody to like have some quality time with.
Yeah.
And then just the overall climate. I feel like just being here and being in the sunshine, like that's always when I always just thrive. Like when I lived in Missouri, it was spring. I was like a brand new person. Summer was like when I peaked. Fall, I was like,
yeah.
And then winter was the dark ages. And then the cycle continues. So here, you can have like a week where you're not feeling yourself, and then you're right back out of it. Mm-hmm. And I feel just healthier and happier just being like able to go out and do things outside and be in the sun and not look like look like I have an illness.
It do be like that sometimes.
A few months out of the year. Yeah, so that's what's making me really happy right now.
Okay. Great.
Yeah. Callahan's definitely at the top.
Yeah. Callahan could probably be 1, 2, and 3, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the last search on your phone? What was the last thing you searched?
Hilary Duff's 2003 Metamorphosis album song.
Okay. What's the next one you searched? Because I want you to look and not know. You know what I'm saying?
I know, because I never close out my tabs.
That's toxic.
So I have Hilary Duff Metamorphosis album is definitely the most exciting one. Then I have this yellow dress from Lulu's that looks like the dress from How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Ooh, like a long dress? Like you're going to buy a long dress?
I just saw it and I was like, wait, I have to have this maybe.
Where would you wear it?
Out.
With Matthew McConaughey. Of course.
I go to Saltwater Hippie Beach Bar and get a vodka soda and a styrofoam cup or something.
Yep, that's how it goes.
It's not loading, but it's really cute. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. It does. It is Andy. It's Andy's dress. It's Andy Anderson's dress.
It genuinely looks just like it. Also, I have Airbnbs pulled up because I want to go on a trip.
Where was my last? Where do you want to go on a trip?
I want you to go too. I want us to take a little girls trip, maybe to Savannah because it's close. Oh, and then I have my character test that I took where it tells me what characters I'm most like. And my number 1 was Nala from Lion King.
Nice.
Followed by Jules from Superbad.
Nice. My top one was Lily from How I Met Your Mother. Whenever I took that. No, my search history was types of sauces at Buffalo Wild Wings. Buffalo Wild Wings sauces. 400 plus embarrassing truth or dare questions. Spicy questions to ask a friend. Spicy questions to ask your friend. 40 spicy. 58 revealing dirty questions to ask your friend. 20 questions to ask your friend. So as you can see, my questions aren't very original. Grow with Joe workouts make walking a lot more fun. I don't think I looked that up.
No, you did.
And then I bought my dad a gift card for his birthday. That's pretty much it. There's probably other stuff, but we won't talk about it today. Okay.
I want to talk about that. You better be glad.
Yeah. Okay, number 4. What's your ideal specimen? Your type.
Ooh.
You got your pick of the litter. What do you want?
That one got me a little choked up.
Yeah. Are you still on the... Wait, you need to pick it up. Do you need to pick it up? Hold on.
I'm not picking. I'm eating as I go.
Okay. You okay there?
I'm swallowing so loud.
ASMR. Okay.
I just got a chili flake in my throat, but my perfect specimen. Mm-hmm. I wish I knew. I don't know.
Gun to head pick now.
I just describe like someone.
You describe
I know
me.
in perfect detail. 5'11", great boobs, no brown hair, DSL.
Thanks. It's really 10 out of 10.
No, so in general, Like, are you talking about physical and character and personality or what? What do you
Yeah,
want?
maybe like top 3 physical, top 3 personality or something. I
Okay.
don't know.
Overall, I feel like there's not like. I feel like I don't want a guy that's super hairy, like the hairiest guy ever.
What about a little hair? Like
Yeah, I mean a little bit. I'm just saying like some people literally are just
very hairy.
got hair out the wazoo, and I don't want hair in your wazoo like extra. I just want the regular amount. But that's not really describing what I want. That's what I don't want.
Yeah, I think you're just taking too long to answer the question.
Okay, sorry.
Getting too detailed.
No, I have to be. I'm putting this out into the universe, so I can't get
You're
it
right.
wrong.
We have to get the applications in.
No, I feel like personality is like number one. Like you have to be funny and or at least appreciate my humor. Someone who like can joke around with me, like maybe like get roasted a little bit, roast back, but not like where my self-esteem just goes down the toilet.
Right.
It has drive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't have to be like, I don't want you to be obsessed with work or anything like that, but definitely like going places in life and not just like an adult child.
Right.
And then I don't know, just be like, there's so many important things, but I feel like if you just are someone who is a little bit selfless, you can put others before yourself. The people that are important to you, you don't have to put every single person in the world before yourself, but people are important to you, you treat like a priority. The end.
And that's the tea, because
And
that
that's
was
the
what
tea.
was missing from our last relationship. Next question.
Don't want to say.
Okay, and then what's your most embarrassing moment?
Most embarrassing moment. Oh my God.
Could be anything, really.
I don't see. Here's the thing. I've trained myself to not be embarrassed. So this goes back into the crevices of my mind.
Maybe it would be something that like you wouldn't want to share on a first date, or like you're like maybe like okay, like one of her really good friends at work, Becca. I feel like you're really close, but still like she's your work best friend, and she's your best friend too. But you know what I mean, like
I just
still a
think the
little
things
new,
that
would you be
embarrass most
embarrassed?
people don't embarrass me. So I have to think of things that like are embarrassing to me, but probably aren't actually that embarrassing. What is embarrassing to me?
I can share mine while you're thinking.
Go ahead.
I had a really bad problem as a kid where I would hold in my poop. I don't know why. I don't know why I did it, but I did it for so long. And I was not grown. I was probably like in 3rd grade. And I remember I was going to the roller zone, which was this like skate rink or whatever. And I shit my pants in my mom's car, like waiting to go in. And yeah, and I did that, and I was probably like 11.
I have a poop
Pretty
one.
pretty embarrassing.
It's a story I think is funny now, but I was so embarrassed at the time.
Okay.
So I don't think there's ever been anything that embarrassed me more for like a longer period of time than this story. So hang on, let me choose a little bit.
Yeah, chew a little bit. Oh, but to finish, yeah, I basically just went out, scraped the turd out, and started to skate. And I skated around with my shit stained
Poopy
pants.
Yep. I feel like this podcast has a lot of poop on it, but it's
Sorry.
fun. I personally don't care. If we could just talk about it the whole time, it wouldn't bother me.
Yeah.
No, my most embarrassing story that like I literally would like tell my parents, do not tell anybody. I swear, don't tell anybody. I was like 8 at the time, and we went on a family vacation, and we weren't like booking hotels ahead of time, and they had taken us to eat at like a buffet. I genuinely think it was the Golden Corral. Like, why
Or
did my
Orion's
family
or something.
always go to Golden Corral? Don't know. Anyway, so we ate at a buffet, and I don't know anything about portion size, so I ate like I was at a buffet, even though I was 8 years old. And we were driving around, like looking at different hotels or whatever to stay in for the night, and my sister and I really had to go to the bathroom. I had to poop, and I don't know, we always had this toxic thing where we go, me first, like didn't matter who needed to go more. It was just, we always like want to go before the other one. So my mom was like, okay, sure, whatever. They asked this lady at the front desk. They'd already looked at the room and decided they weren't going to go, but like Haley and I were like, we have emergencies, whatever. So they let us go in like the lobby bathroom, and we went in there, and I had to go like, I had to crap so bad. And Haley, I literally just think had to pee. Maybe it wasn't any sort of bathroom emergency. So she runs and goes, me first, and she jumps on the toilet before I can. And I literally have to go so bad that I'm standing there with my pants around my ankles, like waiting to go and going, please, Haley, please hurry. I have to go so bad. Please, whatever. And she's like, just like, like just, swinging her legs on the floor. Feet don't even touch the floor, whatever. Anyway, I have to go so bad. It's like to the point where you're like crying, laughing because it's so bad. And then literally, like, I literally start pooping. Like, I can't help but poop. But I'm trying to stop. So I'm, like, clenching my butthole and, like, walking around, like, trying to stop. And I'm just, like, leaving poop trail on the floor.
An icon.
And finally, we were, like, in there for so long. And my mom and dad said, like, the person that was, like the clerk at the front desk or whatever, like she was speaking in broken English too. So they were trying to have a conversation with this lady that really didn't even speak like great English, and I sound like I had an accent just then anyway, but no, so then my mom came and knocked on the door, and Haley's literally, I'm having an accident in the floor and Haley's still sitting on the toilet. Let me just say that. So mom knocks on the door and like we let her in, she comes and she is pissed off. She says, like, now when we talk about it, she's like, it smelled like freaking cat poop in there, and she was pissed. She tells Haley to get off the toilet. She's literally done nothing but pee in all that time, so she didn't even have to go. I get on the toilet. Well, I'm flipping just crap all over the floor. I don't have to go anymore. So my mom's cleaning it up, and she like looks over, and Haley's sitting in like the urinal part of the bathroom. So, but I literally, like, I was 8 at the time. So you have to think like 4 years later, I was 12. That wasn't that long ago to me. Mm-hmm. Whenever I was 12. So like that story was in the vault and not to be spoken of for such a long time. Now I think it's really funny.
Yeah, it's funny now. I think I didn't even know that story until like way later in life, because I think
because I was like, wait, have you never heard?
I don't think you knew about the roller zone poop pan story either, though. Like we just didn't say that. All right, so now we're on to hard. We're in the hard section now. I think she's still on our last medium wing, but all right, we're gonna do a Mary F. kill as well. Okay. Here are your choices.
I'm scared.
Jake Paul. Mr. Krabs, or Christy Carlson Romano. I thought of this question, guys. Don't you worry. What are your choices? Jake Paul, Mr. Krabs, Christy Carlson Romano.
Oh my god,
so hard.
Kill Christy Carlson Romano?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know why. I'm
something
not
about her. No, she's like she's like a Facebook famous person now. No
well,
shade, but
here's my thing, Christy. I'm only thinking back to all the characters you were cast on. Even Stevens, Cadet Kelly, they always cast you as a villain. Like, it's nothing personal. It's like they always cast you the villain. That's who you are in my head. So goodbye. Mm-hmm. And then I guess maybe marry Mr. Krabs and F Jake Paul, because he's like the only person that's even remotely like who I'd want to bang at all out of all those people.
trying to like buy like anything, and Mr. Krabs just being like, no.
At least I would just eat Krabby Patties all day.
That's true. You'd be famous in the town, probably.
Yeah, and Pearl was treated like a queen.
She was. So imagine his lady friend.
How did he treat Mrs. Puff?
I think pretty well.
I mean, he would buy her a bunch of stuff and then he'd feel guilty about it.
Yeah. Well.
Not so bad.
All right. This is a good one. This one I did get from the interweb, and I thought it was a really good one.
That was a great question, though. I'm proud of you for that one. That's
Thank
good.
you. Okay. Would you rather get back with your first serious ex, so the ex, or delete Instagram and TikTok for a year?
Yeah, delete Instagram and TikTok for a year.
Really?
100%.
Good.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It's already like my toxic trait anyway. I think I get on it without thinking about it. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't bring me, like, I like it as far as like, if you told me I couldn't take pictures for a year or something like that.
Might be a little different.
Or take videos.
Like not have memories.
Yeah, I literally can't just have any memories, because that's what that is to me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously it's not just that, because I have those in my camera roll and I post them, but I'm just saying that's like the nostalgia for me a little bit.
Right.
But yeah, no, as long as I could still take pictures and take videos and like look back at them, then absolutely delete. It probably improved my life
Mm-hmm.
I can tell the other one would not.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice.
And that's the tea.
And that's the tea.
And that's the chicken wing.
Okay. What animated movie character would you hook up with if they were real?
Tarzan or John Smith.
Those are both good. Probably Tarzan though, because I guess
He's wild. But no,
he
John
didn't
Smith.
try to. Well, John Smith never tried to kill
He literally
Indians
got
either.
shot.
But still, Tarzan really didn't. He was just playing with monkeys.
Tarzan's just like, he's got that thing that women like where it's like he's a little bit clueless. Mm-hmm. And he just like, that's the hot take. That's the best Disney love story. That's the best movie
It's
that
pretty
builds
good.
the Disney love story. There's parts of that movie where I'm like, I'm straight up, I'm touched right now.
Yeah. No, I like it.
I like how I had that answer in my back pocket though. That's a little bit creepy.
You're just like, I'm ready to go.
I'm like,
I honestly
John
don't know.
Smith.
I don't know what mine would be because it's like to hook up with. Like, it's so hard because I feel like I would know which one I would marry. Like, in younger years, I would marry like the grandpa from Up, like whenever they were young. He just seems like such a Ryan that I'm just like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But as far as like hook up with, I don't know if I actually have a good one. Because that's just like a quick bang and go away.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about it like that. I was thinking about like who would I
Like
want to
marry.
be with. Yeah.
Okay, so let's try to think of a quick
I think John
bang.
Smith still though. He's like the best looking one.
He is. Maybe Gaston for me, but then I would just be mad about but he would be a good lay. It would just be like
He'd be he
be
wouldn't
annoying.
because he would be selfish.
You're right. Super selfish.
He wouldn't do a thing right.
That's my exes. Anyway.
Wow.
You're throwing a lot of shade in this
Ooh,
one.
this is good.
That one's so good, right? It's like the sweeter one.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, okay. Next question. I think I know how you're going to answer this one, but I'll be interested to see your worst date story.
Ooh.
We're going to get into more dating and stuff too. We have like a whole episode planned of like Hinge stuff that Courtney's dealt with. Anyway, it'll be a good
Yeah, I
one.
have a whole album. So if you're from my Hinge, just be careful. I won't say any names, but no, this isn't. I've never been on like a bad date, I would say. But there's just been like people that I've been out with where I'm like, I just wasn't feeling it at all. Mm-hmm. And that's what I consider a bad date because I start feeling really bad about it.
Yeah.
Because I've never met a single man that doesn't take kindness from a woman as flirting. Mm-hmm. I flirt too, obviously, but honestly, if I'm flirting with somebody, I'm not being nice to them. Like, if I'm being straight up rude or like roasting, there's a better chance that I like you than if I'm being sweet. Mm-hmm. Sweet comes later. You have to earn that.
Right.
But yeah, there was just this one date. It was just not clicking. I felt like, and this is back to one of those things where you're like, well, you should have given him a chance. But he was just so, I think, like, didn't know what to say at all. Mm-hmm. Which is fine, but I can't be.
I thought you were going to tell that one story of
I can't remember.
who he was just looking for a friend, I guess.
Oh,
That's what I thought you were going to tell. Tell that
honestly,
one.
that one was not even as bad, and that was.
Well, it's
still
not a bad
shocking.
date, but it was just so funny.
Yeah. Here's my thing though. That's what you say. Like when Audrey was saying earlier, it's like as long as they're just like a nice person, like give them 2 dates. That there's a lot of nice people in the world. I can't be giving every nice person that's attracted to me 2 dates. I would literally, you know what I'm saying though? There's
Yeah,
just like
I feel you.
every time you go on a date, that means you're deciding not to do something else that you were gonna do. So of all the days that I work, come home, literally don't feel like doing anything anyway. Mm-hmm. If I bring myself to do something, I want to hang out with my friends, honestly. And so then if I'm going on a date, then it's like, it has to be worth, like, I really have to genuinely think like, oh, okay, I could be interested in this person, not just like they're nice. There's a lot of nice people out there
Yeah.
that aren't compatible with you. No, I did show up to this one date.
It was when you first moved to the city too. I think it was like your third.
It was
Hinge
literally
date.
not very many. Yeah, I had not been on many dates, and I met up with this guy, and I show up, and my initial like takeaway is he seemed like at least bisexual, if not completely not straight at all. which is like, okay, but obviously that's like not what I'm into.
Right. That's not what you're
And
looking
also
for that day.
like, right. I'm like, okay, well, if he isn't even bisexual, then what am I doing here? Like, that's so confusing. Why are you on Hinge? Like, there's literally ways, there's other dating apps. Yeah, I have a Hinge, by the way. And there's other dating apps that are literally made for meeting friends.
But like, and you can also like, if he was bisexual and looking
You can put that.
you can put that, and it wasn't like indicated at all.
No, like
and
I literally, and I saw his profile later on, and I was like, look, and I like brought it up to whoever I was with. I think it was like Emily or something, my roommate, and I was like, this is the person. I was like, do they look like, was it just confusing? Anyway, but they ended up like, we were having conversation, whatever, and in my brain, I'm already like, you know, okay, well, I'm not really feeling this, but I'm gonna still like have a good time. He's like, seems nice enough, whatever. And no, like literally, he ended up like telling me a story and saying something about being like a gay wingman for somebody. And I'm like, what is happening?
Like, why are you on this date?
Happening?
Like, if you want to come and look for friends, amazing, great.
Yeah, because he says something about
BFF. Like, don't get on or Bumble BFF.
Yeah, he says something about like, something about just like looking for friends or whatever. I'm like, you could have like prefaced with that.
Yeah,
like
Courtney's,
I'm not
like,
going
looking hot.
into every. Yeah, I literally look cute. I like a little skirt on. But I'm not going into every date like thinking it's gonna go somewhere. But I'm definitely not going into a date thinking this isn't gonna go anywhere. Like,
yeah, it was just so funny too. Like, I remember you, I think, calling me or something afterwards and be like, I've given up because literally I met this great guy and he was great. He was such a fun time to hang out with. But like, literally, like,
I didn't say all that because he wasn't that great. But
yeah, but it's just like,
it was fine. But like, why did I even go? Like, I felt like
if you're just looking for friends, like, why?
Because I hate dating. I literally do. It's my favorite topic to complain about. And that's just the end of that. And but it's because of situations like that where I'm just like, really, dude? For real? Why?
It's just so funny to look back
just
at now.
Just be transparent.
Yeah.
Or if I did mind, that's up to me.
Right.
Like, just let me know what you're going for there. Okay, moving on.
Okay. So this one is open-ended, but tell me like a secret, like tell me, it was kind of like similar to what you had, like what's something that I don't know necessarily about you. And if you can't think of anything, because we're pretty much open book with each other, like something that you would think that would be very shocking for
I don't think this is shocking, but I think it's just something I don't admit to, and it's been a long enough time now. And maybe it's not. I feel like I don't know if I can say this in front of everybody because it's like, I don't care to tell you now, but like for other people to know. It's kind of bad.
You can be as spicy as you want with your answer.
It's not that bad. It just makes me look crazy.
It's up to you.
A long time ago.
How long? Last week.
No, it was like literally years ago. Years, not like 2 years, like 5 or 6. Which is, I was still like in my 20s, so it wasn't okay. But no, I like made my mom's Instagram, and so there was like somebody that I didn't want to follow, but I wanted to like see what they were up to, and I would log into my mom's Instagram because like they were friends. And,
I don't feel like that's that bad.
but it is because I was going on all the time, and my mom didn't know I was logging on, and her. Like, I had 2 open. I had mine and the...
Like, you had it, like, up on hers? And
yeah,
you could, like,
and
switch
I would just,
between
like,
profiles?
go look sometimes when I was just like, what are you doing?
I think that's actually quite normal. I think it would be more toxic if you made a Finsta. It is normal,
but it's not okay.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not okay. Don't do that.
Yeah, if you're female, don't do that.
Yeah, if you have to, like, sneakily look and you wouldn't want anyone knowing that you're checking in, then just don't check in. Just get over it.
Yeah, it would be more toxic if you made like a Finsta or something though. So
what's that?
A fake Instagram, a Finsta.
Oh,
most people make it so they can be like slutty or whatever, and just like have a like closer group of people that they follow, and then have one where like they let everybody follow. But it's quite a big thing. I know it was a big thing in my sorority. Like we would get like my sorority. It was a really good sorority and everything, but they would be like, "Be behaved," like. Make sure that you put your best foot forward. And it's like you're yelling that at people who literally are like getting drunk every night and stuff. You know what I mean? It's just...
You're in a sorority.
Yeah, I was in a sorority. And I just remember being in meetings and being like, you need to delete your Finsta! Delete your Finstas! Because like girls would literally post like the most wacky things. I was literally not cool enough to have Finsta or get invited to those Finstas either. No shade, but like I wasn't even on that list to see that stuff. They probably knew because I was a Paul Blart Mall cop that it wouldn't be very wise to follow me anyway. I'm Paul Blart. Okay. Next question. I think this one's really fun and something that like Ryan and I have talked about very often, but it's like
About each other?
just in general, we've talked about this before, but it's very juicy and it would take a lot. But how much money would it take for you to cheat on your significant other? Like, you know that one movie where it's like, I'll pay you $1 million if you cheat on your wife or whatever. Like, how much? Because like obviously it's like nobody wants to cheat and stuff. That's not ideal. But if you make a ton of money and if you can rationalize in your head, it's just saying one time, and that's it, and you get paid right out.
It would have to be enough that would completely alter your life.
Exactly. I think we say it would be like multi-millions, like maybe
I'm
like
thinking like
300 million or like 10 million, something that Courtney says 10, I said 300.
I'm poor.
But
I don't have it's just me right now, so 10.
Well, no, to be fair, we just watched Succession, so they always say like 10 million really isn't a lot or whatever, and I'm like, man, if you're really that rich,
if you're living my lifestyle, it's
but basically it'd have to be like multi-millions to consider.
Yeah, no, it literally, I would say like if I was with somebody I really cared about, probably like like 100.
Yeah, I think
100 million is a solid number. Because it's definitely not like there's no amount.
There is an amount. Yeah.
I mean, I would say in real life, like no amount actually, because I'd be so scared of like, I'm like, why are you doing that? You're gonna like murder us or something like that.
That's true.
Like, so actually 0, but if I knew that it's just like
gonna change your life and it could change the life of your kids'
if I
lives.
genuinely knew that I was just gonna get $100 million.
Because it's obviously not ideal, but you could rationalize in your head that it is just an act. You know what I mean? I'm not condoning cheating. I think it's the worst thing ever. I would literally...
This is all just for pretend. Okay, we're going to try the spicy wing.
Oh, is this your first spicy?
Yeah.
You only have 4 more questions left, so you gotta...
Oh, God. Well, you didn't eat all yours either.
That's true. You can do...
I shouldn't have... I didn't realize there was that many. God, they really cooked this last one.
I want you to take a bite first before I do anything.
Okay, hang on.
It really, like, all these wings were delicious, and then I ate this one, and I said I want to kill myself, so.
Dang it.
Don't smell it. Doesn't it smell like a sewer rat?
No. You don't really smell. I'm going to take a little bite first.
No, go for it. Full send right now. Go.
You took a bite that big?
Yeah, because I'm a champ.
That crybaby the whole time.
She did it, folks. Full bite. Not a full bite. You took half of it, but I did the same thing. What are you thinking so far? Does it taste... For me, whenever I tried this one, it just tasted like a sewer rat. It didn't even taste good. You're like, it's fine. I'm good. It's not spicy at all. I'm perfect.
Hang on.
Your butthole's going to be red later. Just get ready. Mm-hmm.
That bite was so big, I'm afraid I'm going to choke on it, and then it's going to be spicy choke.
Spicy choke. Yeah, but definitely I wouldn't recommend that one, guys. But if you know what, if you're a spice lover out there, give it a try. Come back to us and see how you like it. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will say it didn't taste spicy at all until I swallowed it. Now my mouth and throat are spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely not the worst. It's not the worst I've ever experienced, but it's not comfortable.
No. It's like it gets
there.
worse. And when you're chewing it, it seems fine. You're like, I can handle this. It's delicious. Then as soon as you swallow it, it's
this is what,
no
not
thanks.
to get dark, but this feeling I have right now is how it feels on your skin when you have shingles.
Yeah, Courtney's had shingles.
And I'm not even 90.
Fun
yeah,
facts.
that's hot though. It is hot.
Okay, well, we'll give you a question since you ate it. This one's you don't have to answer if you don't want to. I don't think it's too spicy though. But craziest place you've boned?
On a tower.
That's pretty crazy.
It was like a lookout tower.
It's the whole city could see you.
Oh.
No, but I know that lookout tower. We would go there to like make out and stuff.
You never did that?
No, I made out at the tower.
At the tower.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't really... People did show up, so that was kind of
People did show up, like kids, not kids, like teenagers.
I'm saying during the session.
What? Oh, people showed up during
Specifically for mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or just like, yeah, I mean, nothing too exciting, honestly. That's the most that was the most exciting. It was
think it's
cool.
pretty exciting.
It was fun.
It's fun to bone in public. My when Ryan asked me to be his girlfriend, we boned on a lookout rock.
This is just gonna be.
What's it with us at lookout points?
I don't know.
I
I like to get a good world view.
Yeah.
While I'm getting my world.
Say that again for the audience.
I don't think I can.
Okay, we'll move on to the next one.
Anyone in my family, don't listen to this episode.
Okay, this one's fun. What's your biggest regret in life?
These poor viewers are gonna be like, yeah, we get it.
Next question. No, you don't have to answer it if you don't want. You can surmise.
Guys, all I have to say is go to the YouTube and just look in my eyes.
You got it. Did you
get it? No. What's my biggest regret? Maybe just not getting out of my comfort zone soon enough. I think that's a nice way to put it because it's not specifically at one thing. It's just like many choices I could have made differently, all in the same like period of time. Things that I wanted to do that I didn't because I was just too afraid of change.
Yeah. I think that's good.
And that's not even at like a person either. That's just at like a whole lifestyle that I was living that I was just like, wasn't happy in the way it was, but I'm like, well, if I change it, then I don't know what it'll be like.
Yeah. No, I think that's something that a lot of people go through too.
It is, especially in your early 20s when you just don't really know where you're going. And I was at the point where I was like, I had pictured my life going a certain way and it wasn't going that way. And I hadn't kind of like let go of that. Mm-hmm. So there we are. That's my biggest regret. Okay. And honestly, I don't regret it. It's just, it led like me to now, but it's like at now I look back and I'm like, girl, wake up, homie. Like you're putting yourself through it. Like you're choosing. It's
okay though, because like you said, everything does. I wholeheartedly believe everything like happens for a reason. Mm-hmm. And who knows, like you could have, if you would have ended that way long ago, like you maybe wouldn't be here or you maybe wouldn't be right. You know, yeah. There's so many things.
Plus I saw a meme one time. This is the type of thing I would post. Not really, but it's one of those things where I'm like, don't post because it's cringy. But it was like, y'all just, I don't even know exactly what it was, but basically just like, keep hurting me. I'm just going to keep getting cuter and funnier or something like that. I'm like, that's true. Like literally the more life puts you through, I'm like, the more I just want to like, I just come out on top every time. And I feel like that's how people are. Like the worse crap you go through, like just the farther life takes you. Or at least
trauma makes us, what doesn't kill you
makes you
trauma.
Makes you funny.
Yeah.
What doesn't kill you makes you funny. And possibly like have better style and do your hair better.
Yeah. And also to just kind of like stop giving an F and just
I 1,000%.
Yeah. My biggest regret is
giving an F for so long.
Giving an F for so long.
Well, you're making up for it now.
Really you
know what? I haven't dipped in the ranch this whole time.
That's the best part of wings, I think, is dipping in ranch.
Well, we're gonna
let us know in the comments if you're more of a ranch or a blue cheese person.
Also, can I just say, every other chicken I was cutting into fourths, and then I just ate half the spicy one in one bite. Why did I do that?
I don't know.
That's stupid.
I'm okay now. You should finish that whole wing because you've only got 2 more questions. You think you can do it? You can finish the whole one.
All these or just this one?
All 3. You think you can do it? You don't have to. I didn't do it.
I'm full. It's the problem now.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, we go to the next question then. These last 2 I thought of myself, and they're like my favorite questions.
Okay, yay.
What do you hate most about me? Deep.
What do I hate most about Audrey?
It could be anything.
No. Here's what I hate, actually, yeah.
Okay.
And it's not even real hate. It's just the only thing that ever bugs me about you. Mm-hmm. And it's that we just literally talked about this the other day, so she's well aware. It's not like anything riveting
or whatever.
But no, there'll be times where I'm trying to even think of a right situation, but she just tries to see the both sides of everything to what I consider might be a fault sometimes, where I'm the same way, where I'm like, I know they're thinking this, I know this is how they feel, I know this is their side, but I still don't agree. Where Audrey will be like, yeah, but like they could be, and it's like sometimes I just want to be able to like vent without her telling me, like, yeah, but think about it like this. And I'm just like, no, listen.
Yeah.
I know. I literally already thought about everything you just said, and I'm pissed. I still don't like the choices that they made. It's not the choices I would have made, and I don't like it. So there's that.
Yeah, I play the devil's advocate quite a bit. I like to see things from different perspectives, to try to give you a different perspective, and especially if it's something that you're like not hostile about, but a little bit more like unhinged about. I try to bring that down by being like,
I don't even think it's that. Well, yeah, because that's like I will spiral a little bit, but I think you just don't want to see me upset. I literally think that's the main thing. It's like if you can almost like reason with me, and I'm like, no, I've already reasoned through it. I'm very self-aware. I feel like I read people pretty easily too, and I'm like, I already know kind of where their brain went probably. I've already thought like every avenue out, like what could possibly make them come to this moment, even if I'm wrong. But yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. I was gonna say something else, but what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, it's the only actual like fight I feel like me and Audrey have had.
Yeah, you got really mad.
I was
just kind of like,
I was like a teenager, but yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, and then this last question.
I am smashing these, just saying.
Yeah, you're doing really good. Which is probably bad for the podcast because you're handling yourself very well. I still have bricks in my belly from all of that, the last one. This last question, and Ryan even said, are you sure you want to ask her this? I don't think it's that bad, but it is.
If Ryan said it, then I trust him.
It's uncomfy, for sure, and it'll be uncomfy. It'll be uncomfy.
Okay. Hang on.
Yeah, get ready for it. Get prepared. Cough it out.
I have such an ugly cough or two.
You're okay. It's very dry cough.
I get very.
Yeah. All right. Now there's one rule. And if you don't follow the rule, you have to eat all those wings and lick the board, okay?
Ew.
You have to name them by name. Out of all my guy friends, who do you have the biggest crush on? So a lot of my guy friends, they're Ryan's guy friends, and you have to name them by name.
I don't know any of your guy friends.
Yeah, whatever, bitch. You have to name one. You could lie, too. I know you'll be lying, but I guess the world wouldn't know.
I'm finishing the wings.
You're finishing the wings? You're not going to answer? Courtney, you're gonna let these people down. These people that don't even care because they don't even know who we're talking about.
Should I make up a name? I don't have a crush on anybody.
Mm-hmm. You might not. I guess it's just, but like
who would I like the best?
Like you only can choose to be with Ryan's guy friends. Like you can only choose one person you have to choose.
I can't, because the first I'm thinking of that would be funny to say. Like it would be so inappropriate. I'm not gonna say. Genuinely, I really can't say.
All right, look the board.
I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea. I know who you want me to say.
No. I just more wanted to get a Rye out of you because I think it'd be funny. Because also, too, like we've mentioned before, like Courtney's really good friends with Ryan, obviously. And because of that, also really good friends with Ryan's friends. So we're all pretty close. And like because most of them like were in the wedding or went to the wedding and stuff, like she's pretty close with and other people too. I'm just saying a lot of Ryan's guy friends you've met is what I'm trying to say.
Here's my thing. My reaction makes it seem like it's way bigger of a thing than it is. But I just can't be put on the spot at all. Like, about that kind of stuff at all. Mm-hmm. I will.
Dang, Ryan was right. I thought she would answer. I thought she would man up.
You thought I would man up?
Just do it.
If I say anybody, I lose. I can't say anyone. Literally.
Yeah, but it's a fun question, right?
First of all of Ryan's guy friends are not single. Like, most of them are not single.
That's true. There's a few,
So, like, I cannot say... Okay, so you're telling me out of the single ones, which is, like, 3 people? I'm not going to say.
Okay. Well, that's our episode, folks. You want me to give you a different...
If you want to know, DM me.
Yeah, if you want to know, DM Courtney. She'll tell you. You'll tell them if they DM, right?
I'm not going to tell the person, but I would tell, like, a stranger.
Yeah. So you have to be a stranger or at least not know the person.
At least make a Finsta.
Yeah, at least make a Finsta. But yeah, more
That was
so...
so fun, though. It's a juicy question. That was good.
Thank you. That was my star question.
Fine, I'll tell you.
Right now?
No.
You're such a tease. That would be so good. Okay. Like I said, the people at home, unless they're, you know, from Missouri and all of our friends, they probably won't think it's very juicy, but it's still fun to get a rye out of you for sure.
Yeah, I don't think I... Just ask my mom, actually.
She'll know. All right, Holly Joe, we got to get her. She'll answer the
Phone a
question for you.
Hey, Mom. She literally would.
Anyway.
I tell her everything.
But that's our episode today. We answered in total 40
You didn't
spicy
ask.
questions.
We answered.
And we got some wings. And you're doing good? Is it hitting you now?
I mean, like, I feel like my body is rejecting them for sure.
Do you feel the bricks yet?
If I vomited, I would feel better.
Uh-huh.
But it's like, my thing is, I just don't think these are, like, as hot as what some people eat when they're just like, I can't. I do feel, like, really warm inside, though. Like, I feel like I'm sweaty. I feel like I'd feel better if I stopped talking at all and just, like, drank a bunch of milk. But also the milk would make my stomach feel worse, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Talking does make it worse. Like,
yeah.
when I just go and don't move.
Mm-hmm. It's worse. It'll get better. I feel fine now.
And I feel like it's worse when I'm moving and trying to, like, air is coming through. I do not want to eat that last little half or whatever that is. But guys, hopefully you don't think that I don't know. I feel like are you concerned about anything after any questions that you've answered?
No.
I keep looking at what time it is.
I just hope our moms aren't disappointed in us.
I don't think it'll be my mom. I think it'll maybe be my dad.
Parents, we're good kids.
I promise
We
you
probably
guys.
good kids.
Well, the problem is we're not kids anymore.
That's true.
And that is why.
I have a mortgage, you know.
I don't, but I have some trauma.
That's a mortgage in itself.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway. Thanks for...
Wait, I just got so sad. Like, my face just dropped.
Go to YouTube to see that face drop in real life.
If you want to see the beat drop.
And the face drop.
And the face drop.
Right there.
I almost burped in the mic, but I didn't because I'm feeling nice.
We need to leave now. It's 10:34, not too bad. 2 episodes.
And a minute or an hour and 2 minutes later. Hopefully you feel like you've gotten to know us a little bit better. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's what I wanted. All the questions I asked are just things I want to know about anyone in general. Like, I don't care what your favorite color is. Or maybe I do. But it's just like, I want to know what Hillary Duff song is your current mood. That is what I really like. That's what keeps me up at night. Yeah. So comment on our Insta and let us know. Yeah, answers. If you ever just feel like eating a bunch of spicy wings and answering spicy questions, hit us up. Yeah. You know? Yeah. Maybe we can collab. We'll collab. Perfect. We'll collab. All right. Well, I'm about to pee my pants. Thanks for joining us today. We are the Girls of 95. Goodbye. Bye.